Is this on TikTok?
In America, there's a thing about both white vigilantism and white tears, particularly male white tears. Really white tears in general, because that's what Karens are, right? They Karen out, and then as soon as they get caught, it's like, green waterworks. White men can get away with that too. And it has the same effect. Even as the right tries to politicize the idea that masculinity is being robbed from American men by multiculturalism and wokeism, they still want to be able to have their tears. In America,
what is she talking about?
This shit start getting weird.
Why is everything like us versus them with these left people?
And it's
like
not
you
okay
are
to talk about a race and such.
She works with
imagine,
white people.
Imagine if a white person came in and said that about black people.
There's all those black
These
people.
blacks are always complaining.
They
always
always
break the law and then get beat up by the police.
They love that Madden and then they just scream racist every time.
Adam Scott said it.
Scott Adams.
He said it. And people were upraised on Twitter.
Bro, he literally lost his comic and all this stuff. And I've started seeing people saying he was wrong.
It's like, why are y'all trying to reverse the racism?
It's because, look, bro, they did it first.
I don't get that.
We gotta get them back.
We gotta get them back, bro.
I don't get this shit.
We can't.
I'm just sick of all the freaking complaining. Wait, this is the same Joy Reid that's right there?
Yes.
Oh, she got a wig on.
She
wigged up.
This is all I can say, bro. If no one is stopping you physically or putting their hands on you, I feel like, shit, what is the fucking problem at this?
Honestly, I just don't understand why people can't just like...
It's a trend.
I'd rather
It's a trend to be oppressed.
I'd rather see black people call out more issues in the black community that goes on with other black people than always try to target white people and make it seem like it's a us versus them thing. Because I feel like if you're a prominent black person in a position with a platform to speak and reach a wide audience, I feel like it would do more good for you to call out the things that are plaguing our own community and how we can be better as for ourselves to improve ourselves rather than pointing all the fingers outward and saying, look at what they do, look at them, this and that.
Since you care so much about black people.
Like seriously though, like I really feel like that would
like that's more helpful.
I feel like that would be a much more productive conversation.
Yeah.
And bring forth.
I was arguing with my family about that today.
Like, I just feel like that would be a much more productive conversation than trying to blame white people
care about black
for
people
everything
so
and complain like white people this, white
let's
people
look at
that,
the issues
white
in our
privilege,
community.
No. Like, come on,
it's just
not
like,
point the finger, because if you point the finger, then it's gonna make you feel like a victim, and if you feel like a victim, then you're not gonna get stuff done. And then
I just think about it from how I was raised, how I would raise my kids. If I seen my kid doing wrong, I care about my kid, so I'm gonna tell him he's wrong. I care about black people, so if I feel like they're doing some wrong shit, I'm gonna say it.
I completely agree with that statement.
I actually have to meet one of these people. Like seriously, like, do you believe this shit, bro?
I just personally think that, like, as black people in power, rather than saying white people get away with this and that, white blah blah blah. Like, let's stop that. Let's stop it. Let's stop all that complaining and pointing the finger, and let's look inward within our own community and call out those problems. No,
It's a trend.
Crazy suggestion. I don't know,
bro.
Joy Reid, everybody.
But, I feel like the important sort of data point, and Steve talks about it a lot, he's going to probably talk about it a little more tonight, is that these are white Christians. That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians that are going to participate in these caucuses, especially tonight.
Wow.
Earlier today, reached out to Robbie Jones from the Public Religion Research.
Public Religion Research. So she's about to villainize people for being white and Christian.
What if she would have said?
What
if we were talking about a different topic? She said, "All those brown Muslims, people would have raised hell."
Yeah, bro. It's just like it's okay to be racist to white people.
It's not okay, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why people make fun of Christianity and people are racist to white people.
I just don't understand why she's trying to make it seem like it's a problem that they're white and Christian.
And when I have this argument with another black person, they be like, as black people should be racist to them. I'd be like, you know what, I give up.
You can't argue with that. You can't argue with someone
They said, as they should. We didn't do nothing to them. They did. I said, did
what,
they do
you
anything to you?
You personally.
I personally don't think it matters. I personally don't think it matters that they're white and Christian. This is literally a state with farmers, bro.
We the people.
It's Iowa. That's all you gotta know. It's Iowa.
Like, come on, bro.
It's only people they do got some black towns that's there, but come on, y'all. It's Iowa.
I don't understand what
I don't get what.
I just want to understand like where her thought process was when she got this script before she got on TV or whatever.
If she takes Christian or white off of it, look at the poll at the bottom.
In the Iowa caucus, in the entrance, when people came in, they asked them, "Did Biden legitimately win in 2020?" 65%. 70% no, 30% yes. I saw that.
That's insane.
That.
But either way,
I've
if
seen a lot of
if
people
you take the
talking about
Christians or the white off what she said, it's gonna sound bad either way. This is predominantly Christian. This is predominantly white.
I'm just not a fan of like how she's
Why
trying
say
to
both?
villainize people for being white and Christian.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
now
that's insane.
it's almost like it's wrong for people to be white Christians. Like then she's talking about, I spoke with someone at the religious center. Shut up.
All right, let her-
Shut
Let her
up.
keep
You are a
going.
fucking clown. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with this rhetoric.
But, I feel like the important sort of data point, and Steve talks about it a lot, he's going to probably talk about it a little more tonight, is that these are white Christians. That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians that are going to participate in these caucuses, especially tonight. Earlier today, reached out to Robbie Jones from the Public Religion Research Institute, knowing that we were going to talk about Iowa. And this is a hyper evangelical white state. And he said the following to me: Iowa is about 61% white Christian. The country as a whole is approximately 41% white Christian. And in Iowa, we're talking about evangelical white Christians. And he said the following. Because I asked him, what do they get out of supporting Donald Trump? Because he keeps losing, he keeps delivering losses and losses and losses. And he said the following: they see themselves as the rightful inheritors of this country, and Trump has promised to give it back to them. All the things that we think about electability, about, what are people gaming out, or none of that matters when you believe that God has given you this country, that it is yours, and that everyone who is not a white conservative Christian is a fraudulent American, is a less
this is the rhetoric right here.
A less real American.
That
you don't care
rhetoric
about
right
electability.
there.
You care about what God has given.
That rhetoric right there.
I hate her.
Let me hear that last little point.
Is so divisive. As a black Christian, I feel like white Christians are my people.
Yeah. Let me hear.
I
that
just
last
feel
little
like we have. Oh man.
Let me hear it.
Is a less
sorry,
less real American, then you don't care about electability. You care about what God has given.
What did she say? Black
She
Christian?
said she don't care about.
She said
black
she's
Christian?
making fun of
That it is
Christians.
yours.
Oh, yo,
and
she's
that everyone who
Christians in
she's
general.
saying evangelical white Christians believe that Trump is.
Hey.
They believe that that God promised them this land and the USA is ours. And if you're not a white Christian conservative,
that's basically what she said.
you don't deserve to
That's
be here. It's
literally
literally
what
what
she
she's
said.
saying.
Yeah, that's
Not
literally
basically,
what she
literally.
said.
Like, listening to this and hearing this might start causing a lot of radicals because of hearing all of this.
It's just so divisive.
Hey.
And
Because, like,
It's-
now,
We seen it. Vivek said it.
it's not okay to.
He said
I don't
it.
like this shit.
and then when they actually started doing all this crazy stuff,
We will see more events like January 6th, and then they try to call him over all these names. I just don't understand how you could call them Nazi rhetoric. That still fucks me up to this day.
This
All
is
right.
what she's saying is like so divisive. Like she's villainizing these people in Iowa, damn near saying that they're pretty much racist and that they believe that their religion is telling them that they're better than people who are not white Christian conservatives. That's literally almost what she's saying.
We heard
and
that.
I personally just don't agree with that. Like I go to church with plenty of white Christians, Mexican Christians. We're all Christian. At the end of the day, I feel like we're all one and the same.
you know what this sound like?
I just don't believe that going on TV and saying that they're voting for Trump because they believe that white people deserve this land and stuff.
That's wrong.
I just don't think that's.
Is she dead ass wrong for that? I don't like her.
I
I don't rock with that.
you know,
And then she's the same type of person to be like, oh, you're not black if you don't agree with me and attack your character.
because that's
And
like
that's
saying
why black people always agree
we
with
could have
shit
like
like that.
imagine if someone said all those black people in the hood are just trying to commit crimes and they just believe that they can commit crimes and get away with it because they're black, and if you're not black and imagine if someone said some shit like that, y'all would be up in arms on MSNBC.
Every day I see MSNBC.
I don't know, man. I feel like I might be reaching with that one, but I just don't agree.
Every time I see one of these mainstream
Unfortunately, like I've been
news
to
channels, I honestly just like see why people don't want to watch this shit.
I've been to Des Moines multiple times. We used to go there for weeks at a time when I was in college in Kansas, and they treated us good. They was cool ass people. I mean, it's literally as Midwest as you can get. Kansas is Midwest. Iowa's Midwest. They're just Midwestern people. Like
You got to go out there.
The
for
fact
yourself,
that-
guys.
that's what I'm saying. Like you really gotta go out there and see it for yourself. Like you talk about Southern hospitality. Midwestern
20
people got some
years, bro,
hospitality, man.
This shit's not gonna.
I'm gonna just keep it 100.
The fact that TV is already on thin ice, and then y'all not telling the truth just
Them
makes
was
it.
done.
No, they're not. It's not
on the way out
that
the
they're
door.
not telling the truth. They're trying to create a
But
narrative
they're
and push
creating
it.
narrative.
And
That's not telling the truth. Calling someone a Nazi.
they're trying to villainize
That's villainizing.
They're trying
That's
to
insane,
villainize
yeah.
people. They're trying to demonize people. They're attacking
and both
their
sides
character.
doing it. Fox do it too.
They're attacking people for being Christians and white and saying that's why they're supporting Trump. Basically saying that his supporters are white supremacists.
So y'all
they're saying that they're white supremacist Christians
still
and
racism,
that
y'all.
I don't know. That's what I'm feeling like she's trying to bait
that.
at. That's what I'm feeling. And it's crazy that there's white people on the panel that are just sitting there listening to this shit.
That's the narrative they gotta push to there, bro. These mainstream media.
I spoke to someone at the religious center, and he said that. How the fuck does he know?
I got a question.
Excuse my language.
What religion do she like worship?
I'm just wondering that same thing.
So is she Christian? Because like
Probably,
I feel sick to my stomach
She's not
to do that
at all. You don't even have to ask that question.
Well, she's how y'all?
We don't know.
To hear what she just said, in the light she just spoke Christianity,
bro.
you are not a Christian. I promise you. She just spoke bad about Christianity. What Christian speaks bad about Christianity out loud like that?
But like,
it's not like I'm judging her. She said it.
Here is on the New York Post. It says Joy Reid accuses white Christian Iowans of wanting to have people of color bow down to them.
That's what she just said. Yeah, we just watched.
Oh, she said she wanted people to bow down to her.
hear that.
She was just saying they were less as an American.
Oh, well,
No,
yeah.
they're saying that's what she said. There's two different articles that say that's what she was
They
saying.
probably just boosted
But if you gonna say
That's the
white
headline.
Christians, this is not Christians. If you're gonna refer to, I promise you, she's not a Christian. I don't care.
she could be a lukewarm, lukewarm.
Oh,
so
so
say that,
that person that she spoke
give her a
with. No, listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
I don't know what she is.
Listen.
She's
That
not
person
Christian.
that she quoted, Robbie Jones, the founder of the Public Religion Research Institute, is the author of a book called The Hidden Roots of White Supremacy. Basically saying that 61% of Iowa who are white Christians and the rest of the country who are 41% white Christians are basically white supremacists is almost what I feel like she was alluding to with those comments.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I go to church with plenty of white Christians as I have for the past 15 years.
I went to church with white Christians for 25 years, and I've never felt no racism.
Let me think. When did I start going to Life Church? Was I 10 years old? So 15 years now. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience with a white Christian in my life.
New Hampshire.
And I think to the point that you made, Steph, I mean, it's the elephant in the room. She's still a brown lady
Oh my god.
that's got to try to win in a party.
Fucking god.
Why is she?
I honestly forget that Nikki Haley has some Native
this is what I'm
American.
starting to
Definitely not
notice.
brown.
This is what
She
I'm
was
starting to
white.
notice, guys. This is what I'm starting to
She
notice,
is a little
guys.
native, right?
This is what I'm starting to
see her.
notice.
Yeah,
This is what I'm starting to notice. They get these black anchors on television: Van Jones, Don Lemon, Joy Reid, and they're well spoken. I'm sure they've got some good degrees, and they get them to peddle this fucking garbage. And then all the people,
But they believe it too.
They get on here and say people of color we're together. So all the people of color watch these educated, articulate people peddle this fucking garbage,
And they believe it.
they start to believe it because they have this platform and they have these degrees
And you're not
that
black if
back
you
their
don't.
intelligence.
You're not black
Well,
if
guess
you don't
what?
believe it.
We got degrees and we're using our platform to speak out on this bull. And I just don't agree with what they're saying. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's race baiting garbage. I think it's divisive. I think it's offensive. And based on my personal experiences, have visited Iowa multiple times. I just don't agree.
New Hampshire.
And I think to the point that you made, Steph, I mean, it's the elephant in the room. She's still a brown lady that's got to try to win in a party that is deeply anti-immigrant and which accepts the notion that you can say immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Deeply anti-immigrant and which accepts the notion that you can say immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. She's getting, birthered by Donald Trump.
What does birthered mean?
I have no idea.
I don't care how much the donor class likes her, which will ramp up a lot the better she does in New Hampshire. So it's still a challenge. I don't see how she becomes the nominee of that party with Donald Trump still around. I can't picture it happening. Maybe it could happen. Ron DeSantis' only argument for staying in it is he's the white guy, that he can still make the appeal to white evangelists.
While we have
Trump was
New
just-
Hampshire.
And I think to the point that you...
Trump was just talking about how all these left people are going to come here and they're going to vote for her. He was dead ass right. Because
I
name
told
a
you
left
that.
candidate.
No, we've seen it. Even Vivek said
hold
this.
on. Name a left candidate they boost right now.
No, Vivek said this already. We
But
watched
can
him.
we name one?
No.
No one can name one.
Joe Biden. That's
We
it.
literally watched Vivek.
No one. Is there
come on
anyone
Tucker.
else?
No, they're not running against
We
Joe.
literally watched
No one.
Vivek go on Tucker, guys. We
No,
have
yeah,
a
he
video
said that.
on YouTube where he
He said
said
that.
this. He said they're not going to prop up Joe Biden. They're trying to prop up Nikki Haley to go against Trump. That's what he said. We've been
calling
doing
it
this.
out. They calling it out.
Then we've literally seen on multiple clips of them coming on the main media and letting her talk, and they're backing her like she's so smart when she's peddling more garbage. And then Joy Reid coming on here peddling this garbage.
She's black.
They're deeply anti-immigrant. You see, that's how they're trying to get the immigrant vote. They're trying to get the illegals in. They call them immigrants instead of illegals, which is exactly what they are. And they're saying they're against you. We're for you. Vote for us. because they don't support you. And
this is bad.
You see, they're trying to get the immigrants to vote for Nikki Haley, and she's spreading their agenda, and they need somebody to beat Trump, and they need somebody to beat Joe Biden, and they can't prop up Joe Biden shit in his pants, so they got to prop up her.
Yeah, this is
That's what I'm
definitely
seeing.
like something
I'm
that
seeing
could
it. I
rub
see
off
it.
on people. Definitely, I could definitely see that. So that's what my question for Vake was:
How do we get to black
how
people?
do we get to our people to let them see that
We
this
doing the
is
same
bullshit?
thing what they doing. We got black people speaking out on the other side.
I just really
Like,
think
that's
Are
the
we
best
supposed
way.
to go through another year or just letting this
'Cause
shit
I
ride and get on
personally-
YouTube and talk? Guys, what do y'all think that we can
Hey, I'ma
we should
be
do?
real.
How can
I-
we get our message out to show that this is bullshit, guys?
I personally just don't know how.
I know how. I think seeing more black people speak up and taking a stand for what they actually believe instead of what they're told and what they're taught to believe, that makes other black people more comfortable to come out and say how they feel. Because I remember when I first started seeing other black people like saying Republican and conservative kind of things, that I would be like, damn, I actually agree with that, but I'm
Facts.
scared
No,
to say that out
very
loud
much
because I don't
facts.
want them to be like, oh, you're not black, but
Very
now I
much
don't
facts.
give a damn.
You know, I really felt good when I was at church and a black woman yelled at me in front of people when I was walking out. And she said, "I love y'all's podcast on YouTube. I love what y'all represent." And I was actually, this is when we really started getting deeper into conservative news. Really not even conservative news, just speaking on politics and current
didn't even know that
events.
happened.
And we speaking on news. And she yelled at me, "Hey, I love y'all podcast." And people was like, "Oh, what's your podcast?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, man,
I'm
some
scared. If
people
I'm
are
talking to a black girl
bootlickers.
and we're texting, I'm scared to show her my YouTube.
Oh God.
Oh, I don't care.
On God.
I don't care.
Especially if I know how she
don't give a
is.
fuck.
I don't like explaining it to people.
Yeah.
Like they just I feel like
She
they're
gonna be
gonna
like,
try to
oh,
explain.
wow. You
don't-
like Candace Owens and Donald Trump.
But y'all know what's
Yeah, I
crazy?
do.
It's a lot of
But it's
people that
crazy-
actually like them too.
You know,
No,
no,
you're
I've
right,
actually
you're right,
spoken to
you're
some
right.
women who say they
There's other
really
people who
enjoy
think like
Candace, and I've met some people who say they really enjoy what we put out. So
Yeah, I don't really.
For that
know a lot
reason,
of
I
black people
truly
that like
appreciate
Candace. I don't really know a lot of black people that like Candace.
I know a lot of
I
people.
personally like Candace a
do.
lot.
Yeah, we
I
do.
do
I
not.
personally like Candace a lot,
But
know.
I don't-
And I told my
No, I
mom
love
that.
Candace.
I told my mom that, and she was shocked. She was like, "You like Candace Owens?" I said, "Yes, I like her a lot. I think she's very articulate.
I
I
love
think she's a
Candace
respectable
Owens.
woman."
Yeah, but okay, our
people-
people aren't only the people that are blind.
But I'm
to
not
this.
trying to bash
it's
my mama,
definitely
y'all.
other races that are blind to this. So like, not even just black people, guys. How can we get people in general
I
to see
said
that
we
this
the
is
most
bullshit,
ones.
man? Y'all let us know what y'all think, man. I know what y'all think, man. Joe Reed's an idiot. We're out of here, guys.